Getting a divorce can be a stressful time, especially if you're a woman who gave up her career for love. A former Huntsville woman found out the hard way, and now she makes it her life's work to make sure no other woman makes the same mistake.
It's been almost 2 years since Terré Holmes has set foot in Huntsville. She moved here in 2015 to get married.
It was a big deal. Had never been married before. Getting married was a big deal, and I gave up my fabulous life in Chicago to move to Huntsville.
And part of what Terré gave up was her job and all of her income.
It was a choice that collectively we made before getting married, that I would give up, part of my career. I would give up my career as a teacher and focus full time on building my profession as a master business strategist, helping women to start and grow their businesses.
In a little more than a year, the marriage was over.
I still wasn't fully unpacked when the marriage ended, and it ended at a time that was just devastating for me. My grandmother was dying from cancer.
Terré found herself the primary caretaker for other elderly family members, and after months with no income, she was faced with significant debt.
I hate to use the word destitute, but that's how it sort of left me. I was dependent on my ex-husband for everything, really, and I learned a lot in that, Kim. I learned a whole lot about giving up your independence, and trusting your life and your just everything to someone else.
And as the saying goes, when it rains, it pours. On what would have been her 2-year wedding anniversary, Terré was in the emergency room facing her own medical crisis. She was diagnosed with a massive pulmonary embolism.
They said, you have blood clots all over your lungs. I said, how many? They said, too many to count. I was 43 years old.
With no insurance, a life-threatening condition, and no ability to work for months, Terré was forced to rely on her family to help pay her medical bills.
And it was the first time in my life, Kim, that I could not do for myself. Like, this wasn't about paying bills. This was about being able to walk without having to stop and catch my breath. This was about being able to go and work.
Some people didn't make it to today, some people didn't make it through last night.
That experience gave Terré renewed passion to help other women avoid the same pitfalls. Today, she's the owner of Envision You. She coaches women how to tap into their unique talents and gifts to start their own business and in turn build wealth and financial independence. Angela Curry of Huntsville is one of Holmes' clients. Her company is United Women of Color. It's a nonprofit focusing on empowering women and families through civic engagement, workforce development, and income sufficiency. Her advice for other women thinking about starting a business?
Jump. I would advise them to discover what their passion is, and what we do that comes easy to us is usually our passion, and for every passion that we have, there's a purpose in it, and just pursue that.
She says to reach out to other people who have businesses and who have that entrepreneurial mindset. Holmes says it doesn't matter what stage of life you find yourself in, now is the time to invest in your future.
You use this time to start to explore what you're good at. Don't take it for granted that this time will last forever, because it won't. At some point, your kids will go on. At some point, it's just going to be you and your husband, and you have to start to build something for yourself, something that makes you feel great about getting up in the morning.
And Holmes says start paying off debt now. She says if you get an allowance, start investing some of that money and look for ways to start a business. Start small, but dream big. In addition to her individual and online coaching, Terré holds a conference every year geared towards female entrepreneurs. She also has written several books on the subject.
North Alabama's most accurate weather team.